So we believe that Arcgis has everything that developers need today to be able to build out web and native applications that target mapping and location solutions going forward. We have APIs and SDKs using the same basically API programming model that drive data-driven visualization in both 2D and 3D. Of course, we provide capabilities that associated with geocoding, routing, and search, both simple and sophisticated analysis capabilities to draw information out of your data. Also, we host a set of Esri-provided content, base maps, and operational data that you can bind with your own content so that you can put that together and access directly within native applications and web applications today. Geo-enrichment includes access to hundreds of different demographic variables to draw out different factors and capabilities within your data. And of course, almost all of this information, all these capabilities are available offline. To get started quickly, we have a set of out-of-the-box widgets and components. And of course, if you're looking to get started building an application without building any code, without using code, we have a set of app builders that allow you to build out web and native applications quickly with just some simple configuration. Interesting to note here that most of the applications that we've seen on stage today are founded on top of developer technology and tools that are available as part of our program. So keep that in mind. Now, where do you get started? Well, you get started at our website, the Arcgis for Developers website, developers.arcgis.com. This website is tailored to what you do as a developer. It starts with a dashboard, and that dashboard gives you full control over your account, credits, and any information associated with being able to publish and serve and host your data. We also provide a set of tools, such as the vector tile style editor that allows you to customize some of Esri-provided content as well as your content, and then incorporate that within your applications. We advertise simple pricing and licensing information so that you know what you're going to be paying for and how you're going to be distributing. A set of open source projects that illustrate best patterns and practices that you can take advantage of as developers. And of course, a set of samples and tutorials and great SDK documentation here to help you get started. Now, once you've built your solution and you want to be able to distribute this for others to use, other organizations to use, something we offer is Arcgis Marketplace, Esri's digital ecosystem, where a provider can deliver apps, components, data, and solutions to others that can take advantage of some of those solutions that have been built. A great example of this is Logic, and Logic is an Esri partner that currently makes available apps and widgets in the marketplace today that you can take advantage of pre-built and incorporate within your solution. Now, back in January, we made some changes to the Arcgis for Developers site to make it more affordable and flexible. First thing we did is we provided a nice, easy sign-up and sign-in experience so that you can start for free. And immediately you get 1 million map views and geocode transactions with your free Essentials account. We also offer pay-as-you-go. So our initial paid developer subscription starts at $125 a month. You can get started quickly if you need to be able to add additional credits or additional capabilities to your developer plan. Also included with this is a commercial app deployment license, which is included with all paid developer subscriptions. Of course, you can also pay for this monthly and annually, and unlimited app deployments are included with this commercial app deployment license. And of course, a significant decrease in routing to make it more accessible. Now, with that in mind, I'd like to switch over to take a brief look at the Arcgis for Developers website and just do a brief walkthrough and maybe spin up a quick demo, a quick application here that I can build from the tools that are available on the site. I've logged in here. You can sign up and sign in, and once you log in, you're presented with the ability to work with a dashboard or get started. We have a set of APIs and SDKs that are available at your disposal that you can jump to and start reading about and start working with directly. You can explore common cross-platform capabilities that are available within Arcgis and accessible to our developer tools. You can see what others are building, customers that have developed solutions and deployed those today, to take a look at some of those success stories that we have. And at the bottom here, we can learn how to build an app really quickly. So what I'm going to do here is create a starter application. I'm going to use the Arcgis API for JavaScript, and we'll go ahead and walk through this quick example. I'll build a simple mapping application to see what it takes. In this case, I'll need basically a text editor. And so my text editor of choice here happens to be Visual Studio. So I'll follow the instructions on this quick tutorial. I'm going to copy over a little bit of code here. This is the container for our page, our web page. I'm going to copy over some script tags here. that reference the Arcgis API for JavaScript. And last but not least, let's finish with some script here to add a map view control, a map with a base map that points to Esri provided content, in this case our topographic vector-based map, and set the center point for our map to a location. Great. We'll save it. Let's open this in a browser. And voila, I've got my first JavaScript application. Time to update the resume, actually. Good stuff. All right, so let's take a look at a little more sophisticated application here. This is another JavaScript application that's showing oil and lease properties within West Texas. Now, in this case, we're working with a 3D application, so I'm using a scene view control, and so I can get a different, sort of more immersive perspective to the data that's within my scene. The plots themselves are classified based on attributes such as working interest, royalty percentage, and lease expiration, so I can take advantage of the rich cartographic capabilities and symbolization capabilities that are within our API. Since we're working in 3D, I also want to be able to take advantage of some of the new, or some of the filter capabilities that are associated with, in this case, the depth of wells that are within this region of interest. And so I can filter out different plots or different leases based upon depth of wells associated with that lease. I also have the ability to filter based on a lease number. So if I know a lease number, I can enter that. We'll zoom to it and get a good perspective above ground. But because we're working in 3D and these assets happen to be below ground, I can enable an underground view. It gives me a better perspective on the wellbores associated with the specific lease. And to complete the solution, I can identify and get additional attributes to get a better experience, more complete experience within this application. So to close, the Arcgis for Developer program has the APIs, the SDKs, the tools, the components, the widgets, the app builders that you need today to be able to build useful, simple, and sophisticated web and native mapping applications today. Great, thanks, Del.
All right, thanks, Rex.